Hello, Collective. Welcome to the channel. It is November 3rd, 2025, and I'm back with another break time message. I hope that the day is treating you kindly. These masculines are talking about an indictment, which is a formal accusation of a crime. They are still talking about this magistrate as though she is an appetizer. She followed all the rules. She earned the right to be present here, yet they talk of betrayal and consuming her. There is something about corpuscles, which are a minute body or cell in an organism, especially a red or white cell in the blood of vertebrae. A minute particle regarded as the basic constituent of matter or light. So they want your corpuscles. The word leave ran through my mind without a sound. My guardian angel, God, I've got a team. They are done with the midnight shenanigans. This congregation that feels they have the privilege to utilize my mental space, the room of my temple, for their meetings in the midnight hour. While I was air drying from the bathtub, I heard the curator talking to his interdimensional person, which sounds like a guide, as though he had been told, since he wants to be like her, dress up in her energy, he needs to walk her life path, the path that she graduated from. He is upset because to him it was an impossible path. Somebody talked to the doctor, and she doesn't need his medicine. She's transitioning to something natural, something that she can make herself. So he can't use medicine as an excuse to connect to her temple, to her mind. She's removing that, the usage of whatever it is, this medicine that he feels he owns the rights to. He's told that she has been enfolded into a new family and he needs to leave her alone. One of these masculines said something is on display. There's something about a bank account, and the curator is talking about, a bank account. And someone said there is a severe penalty. Somebody asked, final? And then someone else said, final prophecy, or what sounded like final prophecy. They're talking about a miraculous recovery. The curator is being told that by somebody of authority that he has seen a masculine god and he has seen what he has done to her mind. And he knows that he's been doing it to everybody's mind. These haters are mentioning the Japanese again, and they've mentioned it a few times. Yesterday, they said, you have no idea what's going to happen to you when you get to Japan. Somebody's being demanding, saying that they know their rights, and they're being told that they have no rights, that they snuffed the light out of many people. They destroyed the lives of others. They don't have any rights. So then these guys start talking about capital punishment, which is a state-sanctioned execution of a criminal following a conviction for a capital offense, such as red rumming somebody or treason. Some masculines are talking to the curator about needing a relationship. They got to get on board somebody else's destined path. They got to get into somebody else's energy so that they can be covered by that energy. They're saying that she has been authenticated and then repeated it. Authenticated. They keep trying to argue. They keep saying all kinds of malicious things. These are woman haters to the nth degree. They despise she who gives life. It's crazy to me. A younger masculine seemed to be telling the curator and some people that God is telling her what to say. So, this magistrate is connected to source, creator. This magistrate is the transmitter receiver, divine, receiving messages from source and then bringing it into this realm. As above, so below is the way that it's supposed to be, and somebody got it twisted. They decided to trap the suns and the stars and then to use their energy and their gifts to twist it and flip it. God's judgment, God's decree, moving through a transmitter, receiver, divine, an organic being, here to receive instruction and then manifest it in the world. That's what the suns and stars are. So I suppose this would be where the phrase, don't kill the messenger, would come in. There is something about oscillation, which is a movement back and forth at a regular speed, swinging or swaying. It's the alternating current, voltage in an electrical outlet, and it's the regular variations in the pressure of a sound wave. Could be a pendulum. Could be somebody rocking back and forth. Take it as it resonates. Oscillation. Somebody's telling them that she doesn't want to work with any of them because she knows that they've been sacrificing people. She doesn't want to mix her energy with that. There's something about court. There's something about social media. So these guys, the other day they were having to shut down their mimickers, their copycats, these false online social media accounts that have been intentionally attempting to destroy the reputation of a prophet or a prophetess or an oracle. Somebody said they traded themselves for an opportunity. There's something about a filibuster. Now, a filibuster is a parliamentary procedure in the U.S. Senate used to delay or block a vote on a bill by extending debate indefinitely. The goal is to prevent a bill from passing by making it impossible to get a final vote. The word filibuster comes from a Spanish word for pirate or freebooter, reflecting the idea of hijacking legislative discussions. Well, we got some of that going on, don't we? It's childish. Low-level pirating. Somebody's wife is leaving them. Their filibuster, they want to make sure this nasty, this Aries is purging again. I have no idea what that means. So somebody's wife is leaving them and their filibuster, pirate, hijacking legislative discussions. It's like, this sounds like they think that J.D. Vance's wife did something, or maybe she's calling it out. They said they needed to watch a person who was getting a divorce. I don't know, take that as it resonates. A feminine said, this person, They've been feeding people to their black hole soul. They have been sacrificing people to darkness. There's a witness, a survivor, bringing testimony forward. And they're so mad. This magistrate has evidence. She fell to tell. She fell to gather evidence and bring it back. These ones mentioned Siberia, and it is primarily part of Russia with a smaller southern portion in Kazakhstan and is known for its harsh climate. These ones have stated 2 or 3 times that they need a Siberian. Take it as it resonates. It sounded like somebody said 2,000 trees. They're talking about organs, and they're talking about animals. Somebody is senile, which is a person having or showing the weaknesses or diseases of old age, especially a loss of mental faculties. The curator is upset. He says she's about to get in a relationship. He's so mad, because he feels that he owns her, even though there's no connection, and he's not the planetary guide. And he's a massive criminal. I have no idea why he's so deluded. He thinks he has rights and privileges over other people's lives and energy. It's so weird to me. But he's like this maniac out there running around. The curator, so he's upset, and she's about ready to get in a relationship, and he's very concerned. He wants his buddies to go intervene. He wants them to randomly approach her, introduce themselves in the hopes that they can get into her energy before her true enters scene. One of them is talking to this curator about this magistrate's signatures. It sounds like they are professional document forgerers. It sounds like they love to forge contracts and such. So be on the lookout for some hanky-panky going on with your signature. Keep your eyes open. The curator was told that he was sabotaging everybody. He was setting everybody up for failure. He's being called a swindler, which is somebody who cheats or defrauds others of money or property through deceitful, dishonest, or fraudulent means. For example, lying, fake investment schemes, or confidence tricks to obtain money or advantages that they are not entitled to. A deceiver, a cheat, a fraud. Well, swindler. Apparently, this magistrate is about ready to get into a relationship, and he is younger than she is. These envious masculines are discussing a monarchy, a royal family of a country. These ones are talking about an upgrade. They're really upset that they did not get it. They're talking about the Japanese again. Apparently, they hate this new magistrate. And it could be a few persons of Japanese descent, but these haters speak of it as though it's the whole country. Apparently, they want to violate this magistrate because someone got caught being malicious in the mental body of those who are vulnerable and innocent, trespassing in their minds. It sounds like they want revenge for getting caught. The curator and his friends are really excited about these entities in Japan and their plans for hurting this magistrate. They're really excited about it. The idea of her suffering. There's something about emissary, which is a person sent on a mission to represent the interests of another, such as a government, leader, or organization. It is a representative whose job is to gather information. This magistrate has gathered information. People are getting in trouble, and they think it's her fault, because she survived the catastrophe that they were burying her under and came forward with a bunch of the The mantra is learn as much as you can about as much as you can. For when God calls you forth, he's going to need that information. And when God resurrected and then led back into an ascension this magistrate and put her in position, her information, everything that she had learned, experienced, and witnessed became available to the Supreme Courts in these upper dimensional spaces, which are all truthful because she's like an Empress High Priestess star, right? Who has a miraculous recovery. Like they really thought they did her in. Like they put everything into it. The whole freaking mess of them ganged up on one woman. And they failed. So this is the message. We've got haters in Japan. I would probably, if I were this magistrate, say, no thanks, I'm not going there. You know, you gotta, let's just avoid that. Or whatever they do. I don't know. Take it as it resonates, and I'll see you on the next one, everybody. Bye.